What is up, guys? Y'all ready to learn how to never have to build a website with dragging and dropping again? We're just going to literally show you guys how to generate an entire webinar page or a sales page, whatever. We're going to focus on a webinar page because I have a webinar coming up, and I want to show you guys how to do a webinar and then how to connect it to your automations. If you guys have anything like GHL or anything like that, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So this is going to be the fastest way, one, to sell a product, or two, to actually collect leads using AI code. All right. So we're going to dive in. Over this last week, Troy asked me, he said, Jeff, what have you guys been doing? Well, I personally, I've been over here. If you guys go to myaiteam.com, myaiteam.com has a brand new sales page. All right. This sales page, if you guys didn't know before, it was just like straight checkout. Go to the checkout, buy my product, right? Like that's because I was building it in GHL and I have to drag and drop and I get lazy. Okay, like that's just me. Okay, so for what I did with this, everything that you see right here is on myaiteam.com inside my white label of GHL. So this is my Aspire Builder Pro. However, every single thing that you guys see here is 100% AI generated. Okay. This whole sales page is AI generated. All right. So this whole little thing. All right. The only thing that's not is this little GIF, but I just gave it my images. Right. And it literally created this whole freaking thing for me. Right. So much better than I could build. And dude, like everything I need. I spent about 5 minutes talking to my phone, telling it this little app. Right. I had my little voice to text thing. Right. And it coded up this whole entire thing for me. All right. So there's like little videos. Here's Joey. Watch Joey code up his first software with AI. All right. Look, that's us, right? That's literally the call with Joey. Joey's on this call. He's like, oh. Look, that's Joey making the laws of life generator, right? And so this is literally like the whole sales page for everything that we need. All right. So how did I actually make this? For me, I personally don't like building all these freaking sales pages. So here's what I did. Inside my AI team, this is the code. I literally took this and it built in my AI team, right? Like this is the sales page. Once I was done with this code, I took it and I hit view code and I copied this code and I went over into my GHL account. And if you guys look at this sales page, so actually here's the bottom part of this sales page is my old sales page. All I did was slap the new sales page on top of it. All right. So some part, like this part, the blue part is all like what I coded or what I like drag and dropped. However, that's so much work. Basically, the new way I do is just this custom HTML code. I just plopped it in the code editor and this is the code. Like so much easier. Oh, yeah. So much easier. All right. And then when you view it, it's this beautiful freaking code. Like this is the code from AI. Right. And so how do we do this? All right. So for me, I actually have a webinar coming up. All right. Like I have a webinar coming up. All right. And this webinar is how to code with AI. All right. Your first software. All right. So this is going to be a little like class. All right. So if I was to create this, how would we actually do this? Okay. So there's a couple things. All right. If we were to actually create a webinar, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create a snippet and I'm going to say how to code with AI. And I'm going to make this my webinar. All right. And now I actually want to tell this software, my AI team, what I want to create. All right. So on one of our classes, we coded up this Google Chrome plugin and basically it's just a voice to text. So I'm just going to tell AI what I want. Right. I also added this little wave thing. So that's the newest update for this thing. So check it out. All right. So can you make me a webinar landing page that connects to this API webhook from GHL? And the webinar is going to be on April 25th. And it's going to be at 11 a.m. PST, and it's on how to code with AI using my AI team. My branding is white and red and black. Okay. So make it look cool. Super easy to opt in. And then on the thank you page, you're going to go to myaiteam.com/webinar thank you. All right. So in a few seconds, it's going to transcribe that. All right. So it just transcribed it, and I could just paste that right into it. And from here, let's see. So it says, I need it. It's going to be on the April 25th, how to code. My branding is red and black. I also have this little other thing I coded, which is basically like, it's just like anytime I need notes, this saves all my notes here. My AI team coded this also. And essentially I could go to this note, and this is all my logos, right? So here's my Jeff Caldwell branding. So I could say, here's my logo. Here is my logo. Boom. And I could paste that in there. All right. So what else do I need for this thing? All right. So it has my thank you page. So myaiteam.com/webinar thank you. Here's my logo. I think I also have a picture of me on my YouTube one. So here's like a picture of Jeff, right? So also here's a picture of Jeff, the creator of my AI team. So I could actually grab this part, and here's just my picture. All right. So there's my picture. And let's see. What else do we want to do? There's a logo, there's a picture. Let's see. Okay, we want to send the webhook. Okay, so check out this. We also want to go into automations, and I'm going to open up a new tab. Okay, and we want to send the landing page data. All right, so if we were to actually map this sucker out, okay, so we have our funnel mapper. It's so helpful having these little tools in these things. If we were to actually map this thing out, well, we could actually make it where we need to actually say we need to have like a home page, right? So a landing page, I guess we're going to use the Matrix version today. All right, so we need to have a landing page, and from that landing page, we actually need to have a thank you page. Okay, so this is going to be the thank you page, but the landing page ultimately needs to be able to capture these emails. Okay, so how do we get our emails inside of this, inside GHL? All right, so if I go to automations, set up a new workflow, start from scratch like a boss, and we're going to create a new workflow, and we're going to say how to code with AI webinar. All right, and the first trigger, here's what we're going to do. All right, the first trigger is going to be something called webhook. All right, an inbound webhook. Okay, so we're going to say an inbound webhook, and if you look at this, this actually gives us this little post get link. Okay, so it says we generated a custom URL for you to send requests to. All right, so I'm going to copy this link. All right, and I'm going to give it to the AI. All right, and I'm going to say, here is the webhook link. Okay, and I paste that. All right, and now we're going to hit generate, and I'm going to put it in a folder, and I put it in my GHL folders. All right, so this is going to generate the code. Okay, so here's what. Now we've done two things, right? So now what we need to do as that's generating, so the AI is coding this up, it's building us a whole freaking landing page for the webinar. Well, now we could actually create a step, and we could say sign up. This is going to be our sign up step. All right, and the path is going to be sign up to code. All right, and create funnel step. And watch what we do, right? This is where I say it saves so much freaking time. All right, we're just going to hit create from blank. As soon as we hear the little pop sound, right? This is going to little pop. If you guys ever hear this pop sound, like where it pops on my AI team, just let you know that's me. All right. So. That's literally me going and then recording it. All right. So I make my own sound effects for my stuff. All right. Boom. All right. Let's go. So here we have our logo, or we have our website. All right, just do master AI power coding with my AI team. I love it. With the date, transfer your development process, boost productivity. Webinar starts in this amount of dates. Jeff Caldwell, creator of my AI team, what you'll learn in this exclusive webinar. AI powered development techniques, building your AI team. Nice. Real world use case, multiple productivities. Awesome. All right, so can you make the header white and the footer, since my logo is black? All right. So I could make updates right here. I could also say 10x the conversions on this page. All right, boom. All right. And then it will 10x the conversions. All right. So we could also have a page that we could use this. So as this is developing, watch what we're going to do. We could go to view code. I could hit copy code and I could pop over into our software into this. All right. So now I'm in GHL. This is me building a web page and I'm just building this little element. What I'm going to do is we added a blank section. Okay. So let me just walk through this. We go to this little plus sign and we add a column. All right. First we add a section first. Okay. We add a section and then inside the section, we add a row, which is called a column. Over here, it says allow rows to take entire width. All right. We're just going to make sure it's kind of hidden behind my little picture here. Boom. All right. We're just going to check that. All right. So now that makes it where it's full width. All right. Now I could go to element and I could say down here, this little code element, boom, custom HTML and JavaScript. That's it. Open code editor and we paste this bad boy right here and we hit save. All right. If I hit save, it's saved in view and then magically in a few seconds, as soon as it's saved, let's see if we hit saved. Boom. All right. Save and then view. All right. Look at this. The entire webinar is right here. Like this is on my domain and everything. Like this is ready to go inside my AI team. Okay. So this just popped. All right. This just updated. Now our header's white. It updated it a little bit better. The dates are slightly off. Okay. I'm going to say today is April 17th, 2025, bro. Fix yourself. All right. And now it's going to update that. All right. So as soon as we update this literally looks so freaking good. In a few seconds, I'll screenshot it and post it to my my Facebook. And I'm going to say, can you update the hook to be how to code with AI? All right. So that's going to be that. And let's test this right here. So this is reserve your spot. Let's see if our automation works. I'm going to say, Jeff, here's my email address, secure your spot. Boom. All right. It didn't send us to that other page because we haven't built that other page yet. Okay. So this just triggered that workflow. Now, if we go right here into our automations where it says fetch sample request, we could see that we actually have a sample request just sent 15 seconds ago. Do you see that? Now this pulls in, look at this. This pulls in all the freaking data. You see how it says origin? Here's our origin. This just pulled in all of our data from our webhook. All right. If we scroll up, first name, last name, email, phone number. If anyone sees my phone number and gives me a call, holla, what's up? All right. So this is all my stuff. All right. So now if I hit save trigger, look at this. We now save that trigger. We can now send data all the time from that webhook. Is that wild, right? Like now we go back into Aspire, or I'm into our software. I'll refresh this because this goes into another page. All right. So master AI power coding. Let's go to history. Why didn't it do that? All right. Today's that date. Oh, we never sent that other one. All right. Did it fix the time? Look, 8 days away. Let's go. All right, so it actually has the countdown, and we want to say, can you update the header, update the hook to be how to code with AI websites. This is why I have voice to think, websites and software. All right, boom, with my AI team, boom. All right, generate. So this will update. We could always grab this code, copy the code, and bring it into here. And then this literally will update the code. That's it. That's how we update the pages now. All right. So I could hit right here, connect domain, and I could literally connect it to my AI team domain. And now this whole freaking site is published, ready to go. Sign up to code page is freaking done. Like we just coded a webinar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we could build the thank you page. So here's what I could do. All right. So this is the thank you page. This is the main page. As soon as it's done loading, I'll show you guys how to make the thank you page. All right. If we go into this, our funnel flow, we could hit add import step, and we could say webinar, sign up, thank you. All right. And then I believe we told it at the very beginning, a path. If we look into the code, we could see what path that was. This is the path. All right. So it's my AI team webinar, boom, which is, I had to update that because it was misspelled. All right. So now it says how to code with AI. It even didn't even like websites and software with my AI team. Dude, this is sexy. All right. I like it. All right. Path is this. Boom. Create funnel step. Now we have a thank you page or thank you blank page for it. And we could literally say use existing, because ultimately this very first page is, I mean, all it is just the HTML, you know what I mean? So now we could hit edit, and here's what we could do. We could go to this little fork icon in the top right, and I could fork it, and it will say, what do you want to fork it? And you could rename it, and I could say webinar, thank you. All right. And now it's going to fork the code. So what that means, that fork means, it just means it's going to duplicate it. We still have the webinar sign up page. This doesn't change, but now we have a whole nother page called which is the webinar thank you. All right. And it's just a duplicate of that code, but now we don't mess with the other code. Right. And so I could say, I'm just going to talk to this thing because it's a little bit, I'm going to say, turn this page into the webinar thank you page, where this is the thank you page. So after they sign up, they go to this page. Can you add a button that says click here to save to Google, and it saves to their Google Calendar, and it saves the meeting, everything, so they get there. The meeting link is going to be called call.myaiteam.com. Okay, so that's the meeting link. Make sure that they get that in the description whenever they save that meeting. And could you add reminders so nobody misses this? Also, add a link so they could actually get signed up to my AI team and the Facebook group for the call. Okay, so that's going to transcribe what we want. Boom, copy to the clipboard. And then I'm going to grab the Facebook group because I want everybody to be able to have communication with this. And let's see, I don't have the Facebook. I'm not logged into that Facebook. Okay, so I'm just going to go to here and copy the Facebook link. Boom. Do you guys know, if you have an iPhone and if you have a Mac, all right, you can copy something on your iPhone, and whatever you copy will actually post, like it will copy to the clipboard on your guys. So like I'm copying it right now on my phone, and then I could copy that link, and then magically it pastes on my computer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So if you guys don't have a Mac or an iPhone, like I would literally buy one just for that. All right, so this is, it's wild.
Or we could use my AI team and just create an extension.
That would be sick.
There you go. And then for the Androids that don't have it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we do. But
if you have an Android.
Yes. We're in a tariff battle.
Yeah, it's a tariff battle.
Android and Apple.
Yes. All right, so this is going to update the code. Okay, so I think I might have put it into the wrong wrong one. Hopefully I didn't. All right, so boom. Oh, okay, I actually put it into the wrong one. All right, that's going to be updating this. Okay, boom. All right, so I'll put it into this one, generate. All right, so this is the thank you page. This one is actually going to generate and just update the hook. However, so if you ever mess up and do something that you weren't meant to do, right? So I literally just updated this one, so it's going to update and add a Facebook link to this one. Well, we have this little history, and you can always go back in history. Okay, so if you ever mess up, just go back in history and fix it. All right, so this is going to spit out the thank you page. We have the thank you page here, and then we will test our funnel. All right, in my automations, now I could actually build. So now we have this little process, right? So we have the landing page. So this is the landing page to sign up, and then it sends to the thank you page. and we need to send like an email campaign to say, hey, I got your email, right? So you just signed up, congratulations. Okay, so here we can come in here, we can hit create contact, add fields, select fields. If we go to select fields and we type in webhook, all right, so select fields, this is going to be name, all right? We have to put their name, all right? So we're talking about contacts. So first name, and then we can map it. You see how we can map this? The second box, the first box over here is the name that we're actually connecting it to. And the second one is what we're mapping it to. And we want to say inbound webhook trigger, okay? And this is all these webhook triggers. These are all the data that we're passing. So if you ever want to create a form, all right, so look at this. Boom, this is sick. You're registered. How to code with websites or code with AI. My websites and software with my AI team. Thank you for registering. Your exclusive spot. Save the details. Look at this. Click here to save to Google Calendar. Join the Facebook group. Sign up to my AI team. So sexy. So if I click this, it will literally create this. And look, here's the AI coding online at call.myAIteam.com. Exclusive webinar, meeting link, everything. All right, it literally creates us a Google like everything. You know, this thing is sick. And then we pop it into here, go to our code editor, pop into here, delete everything. So Control A, Control V, which is copy everything and then save over everything, paste. All right, and then I can hit view. Our entire webinar registration is in here. This is so fast.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God. All right. So this is done. And now we could make it where we actually, these two things are done. Check. All right. So now we could go back into here. This is going to create a contact and we're going to map all these contacts. Okay. So I could say first name, done. Now I could say last name. All right. So last name, I could map that to the inbound webhook, last name. Same thing with the email. All right, we're mapping all of these. You could have a form that takes in a ton of information and you could just map it all the same way I'm doing. You see how it says headers? Okay, I'm going to show you something with headers in a few seconds, okay? So headers are the private information that you can't really change that gets sent from a website. All right, so let's see what other ones we have. So you could always set certain things so no, like, hey, don't do this if it's coming from not from my website. All right. So now we go to phone and then I hit save. Okay. So what we could do, you see how it says inbound trigger? We could always go to here and we could always say an if then statement. All right. This is just like some nerdy stuff. We could always say if the inbound trigger, webhook trigger is not this header, which is from a certain website. So if it's not from origin, is not, and then if we said my website, which is HTTP my AI team, all right, then don't run this workflow. All right, so if you ever have issues of people like using your webhook trigger, because that could happen, this is a great way to make it where that never happens. Okay, so if it's not from this, don't do this. If it does it, then don't do anything, just end the dang thing. All right, so this little split right here, this little if statement says if it's not from my website, don't create a contact and all this stuff. Okay, so you can do that. You don't always have to. We're not going to do this for just the sake of this call. Oh, I think I just deleted this. Boom. All right, so I'm just going to play first name. All right, so let's remap this. First name, inbound webhook trigger, first name. Same thing. Last name, trigger, last name, email, webhook, email, same thing, phone number. All right, boom, webhook.
So you would that's so that if people want to basically flood your contacts.
Yeah, ultimately, like this is essentially a webhook. So nerdy people behind the scenes, some people could behind the scenes send and opt into this, right? Basically, there's something called a DOS attack. It could happen with any form. Right. I'm just showing you guys like later on if that ever does happen, because it happens to the 1% of people. That's how you can solve it really fast. And then you never have to worry about that. Okay.
No, yeah, I think it's a nice safety measure. I mean, if somebody wanted to just, stalk you and troll you and be a pain in the butt, that's probably an easy way to, because then that would flood your whole GHL
dude,
Contacts, right?
it's so annoying. It's like, why you got to be a jerk? You know, it's like, it's totally, and it happens. People do that with any form because you can submit forms. So that's just a fast way to alleviate that issue. All right. So then you have create contact. All right. So now we created the contact. Well, now we can do anything with contact. Well, I'm going to send an email to these guys. All right. So I'm going to send an email saying, thanks for opting in. All right. So here's what we could do also. I am not the best, like, I guess I don't like copywriting as much, but I could just come into this little chat box right here where it says chat, and I could say, can you give me 5 subject lines to pick from, subject lines for a confirmation email to pick from, and the full email body copy. I'm just going to say in HTML style. All right. Because GHL, you could input emails in like that, right? You could add HTML right here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have my subject. So from name, Jeff Holmes, email, Jeff at my AI team, subject to be determined. All right. So this is going to pop up in a second. I think I already built my landing page here. All right. So I'm going to publish this just in case. All right. And AI is going to code us this thank you page any second now, or our copy. And we'll be rocking him. Okay. So I know that Joey is taking over the AI music group, and he's like kicking butt with this. So Joey, this might be a good way to like tell people about webinars and get people signed up for groups and like just bring them in. Like you don't have to build in GHL. You don't have to be a world-class website builder. You just have to tell the AI and then say, make it 10 times cooler. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So I like this one. You're in, boom, with a little emoji at the beginning. All right. So we go in here, subject line, paste, messages. All right, this thing spit out all of our HTML copy. All right, so I love it. So now it has like links and stuff in this thing. I'm telling you, this stuff saves so much freaking time. All right, so now inside GHL, inside there's this little code thing where it says source code, and you can paste. Hopefully it does it. Oh, look at that thing. What's up? What's up? We built a whole freaking web page in this. Look at that. Like, dude, this is like some of the best freaking look, sign up to the group. You could add this. It has the link. It bolded all this stuff. Like, do you guys see that? Like,
yeah.
See that?
Oh, yeah, it's insane.
Like, I could have not done that. Right? And now we have an email. All right. So now I could hit save. That pasted the whole freaking email in there. I could hit publish. I could hit save. The workflow is saved. And now I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to my little pages, sign up. Like I just said, this is coming. Sign up to code page. Basically, we haven't updated this. All right. So how to code, we need to grab this copy. Boom. Bring it over here. How to code sign up, edit the code, remove this code, save, and publish. All right. I think there's some like SEO metadata. I'm going to update this, right? So how to code with AI. Save. All right. Okay. So I also need a social share image. Here is a little software that I've been working on. Basically, it's called a YouTube Repurposer 9000. You could basically input a URL, and then you could basically create transcripts, all these cool stuff. However, the thumbnails are what I want most, okay? This could also create images, so this is gonna create me a little thumbnail for it. I could use my own prompt, so it's not related to this video. And I'm just gonna say how to code with AI, all right? Free webinar. All right, and then I'm going to say, make me an image for this. All right, and then I'm going to use AI to enhance my prompt, okay? And then I'm just hit generate thumbnails. All right, so that's going to take the AI and it's going to generate those thumbnails for me. In a few seconds, I have this little button down here in the bottom right-hand corner where it's my gallery. So we could always click my gallery. If you guys are not if you guys don't have the product called the Code Vault, the Code Vault includes codes like this. So this is called the Repurposer 9000. It's literally, you could download a YouTube video, get the transcript from it, and then start creating a whole bunch of content. Okay. So now we have our gallery. Okay. So how to code with AI, free webinar. This one is sick. All right. I could download image, or I could copy, save image address, either one. All right. And now I could come over here into our SEO, SEO metadata, and I could upload the social share image for this thing so it's not ugly. All right. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever built a webinar, but I don't know if any of you guys have built a webinar in 38 minutes. That's what I feel is the difference. Okay. So now we have sign up to code page. You can see how to code with my AI team, reserve our spots. I'm going to hit secure my spot, sign up. Did it go to the thank you page? Boom, baby. I'm registered. So freaking good. I can now click here to save my calendar. Check this out, guys. Boom. Look at this freaking email. It looks so good. Besides the top is a little black, but that's about it. It's like freaking stylized, dude. This thing is sick. Oh my God, this looks so good. All right, so good. All right, sign up to code page. Anyone could join. I'm gonna screenshot this now. All right, and I'm gonna screenshot this, and anything that you guys build, I highly encourage you guys to build live, and I'm gonna promote this. All right, so I'm gonna send this to myself. And I'm going to post this, and now we're going to start getting comments. Okay, so here's what we could also do. All right, so I'm going to hit back. If we ever want to drive ads to this, all right, this is my link. All right, inside your guys' social media, inside your guys' posting, you guys could actually post pictures. Okay, so if you guys go to, I believe it's automations or marketing. Let's click marketing. All right, we're going to go to social planner. All right, and I'm going to create a new post. All right, so you could post right from this thing. Okay, you could create and connect your socials. I could tell I'm going to post onto my AI team. There's a reason that we're going to post through this in a second. Okay, so I'm going to say webinar on how to code with AI. Anyone want, let's see, what's the date? What's the date of this thing? We said April 25th. I don't even know what that date is. So I hope I'm available that day, but if not,
I hope so too. I just registered, put it in my calendar.
Did you really? Oh my God. How was the process, Troy?
It's exactly how you just did it. It's perfect. It went straight to my Google Calendar, saved it. And I haven't checked the email yet, but then it took me to the Facebook group, took me to the website to join. So,
yeah. Oh man, that warms my heart so. Okay. Like, that's what's up. All right, so how to code with AI, that's coming up on, that said, what, April 25th on this date. All right, so we're posting it from our GHL account, okay, from our white label. I use Aspire Builder Pro. If anyone's a medical professional and wants HIPAA, you guys can use my software. If not, I highly encourage you to get your own. All right. All right, so webinar on how to code with AI, April 25th at that date. Anyone want the link? All right, now watch this. Here's the magic word, free. Okay, just say it. All right, so here's how I get most of my people from my Facebook to my programs. Here's this thing I'm doing. Does anyone want the link? Free. That's it. If you look at my most posts that have a whole bunch of people commenting on them, this is all I do. Okay.
You need to put, you have that. You don't have want in there. Anyone want the link?
Anyone?
And anyone, I think, is one word, or it can be two, I think.
I love you, Troy. I misspell stuff so
Hey, that's all right.
Okay, so here's what, now we could add the image. I could upload an image from the media gallery. We could slap this image right here. Or I could have used, oh, did it just freaking add my logo? What? Oh my God, how did it add my logo? Oh, I think I have a watermark in here. That is sick. Legit. Okay, so cool. I'm so impressed with that. All right, so I'm gonna hit post, okay? And I'm gonna hit post now, okay? So watch this. We're halfway done. All right, we're halfway done with this.
Are you free on the 25th?
I'm free on the 25th at 11 o'clock. I sure
okay.
am. All right.
I'll leave my calendar alone.
All right. Yes. I'll see you there. That's Troy. That's actually Tuesday. So that kind of starts up our Tuesday class.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Check that out at 11 o'clock. All right. So not 10. Right. Okay. So now watch this. So that's going to publish. It just published. All right. So if you guys are following my AI team, all right, now watch this. Before anybody comments on it, I got to hurry up. I'm going to go into automations. Check this out. Now we're going to hit create workflow and I'm going to start from scratch. All right. Same thing, bad boy. All right. So I'm going to say webinar follow-up. I'm going to say how to code with AI. All right. New trigger. All right. Now watch this. Now we're going to type in Facebook. All right. And it's going to say Facebook comment on a post beta. All right. This is like secret mode. All right. And so now we can go comments on a post. So anytime somebody comments on a Facebook post, triggers. All right. And we're going to say page is my AI team, like a boss. Post type is publish post. Post is the most recent post that we just did. Okay. And then we're going to say track first level comments because we only want the first level comments. All right. We don't want everyone's comment. All right. So that's going to be the trigger. The next thing is we're going to type in we're going to go over here. I think it's something, the next thing it says, one, we could add them to a custom Facebook audience bet. All right. I don't know if I have that set up yet, but we could do that later. But that's not what I was going to do. All right. What we want to do is we want to comment. All right, so we want to reply in comments, okay? So there's something called PCM, okay? If you guys haven't heard, the thing that I sold 6 years ago, was a product called Traffic on Demand. I taught people how to get people from the internet to your email list. Well, you do something called PCM, okay? You post, you comment on all the comments, and then you message. All we're doing is a fully automated version of that, okay? So here's all the replies. I got you. These are all of the replies. And then we could say sending link. These are all our replies. Let's go. Check. All right. Check your DMs. All right. Heck yeah. Sending. All right, so these are all the replies sending now. These are all the comments that are going to be a reply on somebody else's comment, okay? So you could add a whole bunch of these so it's not the same thing every time. Then you could like the comment. I like to like the comment, okay? And then I'm going to hit save. All right, the next thing is I'm going to say a direct message. All right, so we're going to add Facebook Interactive Messenger. That's the next thing that we're going to do, okay? So Facebook Interactive Messenger really means just send them a message on Facebook, okay? And then we're going to say, what is up? All right, here is the link to join the free webinar on how to code with AI. All right, and then we're going to paste our link. All right, so we're going to go here, sign up to code, paste. Okay, and that's going to do that. All right. Quick reply. Next, I'm not going to set up any of these cool things. It makes it look like a bot. I don't do that. And I'm just going to hit save, publish. All right. And then I'm going to hit save. Boom. All right. Now, because that was on my Facebook page, all right, I'm going to go onto my personal Facebook page and I'm just going to share my post. Okay. All right. I'm just going to share that thing. All right. And so now we're leveraging our personal Facebook to promote our business. All right. And so boom, share. Free webinar coming up next Tuesday. Who wants the link? Boom. Drop your comments. on the page post. Fire, heart, love. All right, done. All right, that's it. Look, someone just wrote a few seconds ago, Corey. He's not even that. Dude, Corey just freaking wrote, I'm in. Do you guys see that? Corey Lavender just wrote, I'm in. Do you guys not see how sick that is? He literally just wrote it. The post is published. If I go to enrollment history, check this out. Corey Lavender, baby, let's go. It just sent him a freaking message. All right, we're promoting our webinar, baby.
That's so cool. And 40 minutes.
Dude, 40 minutes start to finish, and we're promoting a webinar on Facebook, following up with my comments, with an email, with a setup page, with a sign-up page. Everything is done.
With a potential upsell, everything.
Like, this is sick. This is insane. Like, I personally have never built out this whole flow, and now I'm pretty psyched that I have it all in place. So Joey Lewis is in. All right, let's go. Yeah. Heck yes. Dude, this is sick.
That is.
Joey, let me get, look, Joey got a message that says, I got you. Yeah, Joey, let's go. Look, Corey got the message that says, let's go check your DMs. I don't know if you guys could see any of this, but look at that. This is sick. Heck yes. Dude, that's PCM so fast, baby.
Yeah, that's next level stuff, man. I love it.
Did you opt in, Joey? Did you get your email? Did it all work? Are you booked?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
How's the mobile version, man?
I'm on mobile. Yeah, this is great because I hate building sales pages, and this makes it so much easier.
1,000%. I just want to let you guys know everything that I just showed you guys in setup, I charge. That's like my highest level package. This is what I charge $5K a month for, is to build webinars, automations, follow-ups. Like, that is the big kahuna.
So you're making $5K an hour?
Like,
bam.
All right. So this is whack. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. I
asked my wife, I said, do you want to, like, because I had some slides I was making for a client today. She has a webinar that she's going to be teaching soon. I said, do you want to send her the slides? I think you could just send her the My AI team link. She goes, no. And I was like, why? And I was like, you really don't want her to know that you're using AI? She goes, no, because then she won't need me. And I'm like, like, I don't know if that's good or bad for my software as a product. Like, I want people to tell people about my software, but it's like, they're like, no, you can't let them know about my tool. Like, okay. How'd it go, Joey? Are you in? Did it look good?
I went to your personal profile page, and I commented underneath, done, registered, see you then. But you only have that set up for your actual My AI team page, right?
Totally. That's why I tell people to comment on that page, because it doesn't work on my personal.
Yeah, you can't set it up on personal. Is that a GHL thing? I know that that there's some things that are like that where you can only do from a page or to a page, not personal. And so I didn't know if that was one of them.
Bingo, Troy. That's why I used a page. You can't use your personal Facebook. God, if I could use my personal Facebook, that'd be nice, but you can't. And so Naeem commented on my post. In order to get the follow-up message, Naeem, you got to click on the Facebook post of that other one, and then you'll get the follow-up like Troy just did, right? Troy literally just messaged it, and now Troy's going to get a follow-up message. Thank you, Troy, for registering. It warms my heart and soul.
Yeah, I just did it on the page too, so.
Heck yes.
There you go. Let's go. Check your DMs.
Yeah.
It's going down. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to host a webinar on something related to AI music or something.
Bro, and I will be there if anyone will host a webinar and says, like, dude, like, I will show up with you guys. Like, just tell me the dates. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get on there and show you guys the softwares, and I'll help you guys do the sales. You know what I mean? But build me the page and tell me, like, there's a thing called build me the stage. Okay. So just build the stage and they will come. All right, build the stage and we can promote it. Build the stage and I'll promote it and share it with you. Like whatever it is, just you saw in 1 hour how much we just did. All right, like, do you guys want to see something? Check out this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to land this plane. All right, watch this. If we wanted to sell a product, all right, we can go into the software. All right, we're inside GHL. We go to payments. You connect your Stripe account. All right, so do all of that first. Connect your freaking Stripe account. On the call, okay, on the call, we're actually going to create a payment link, literally a payment link. And from here, you can create payment links. The payment link, this is how you can get paid. Just create a product. Literally, you can create a product right from the page. You create a product, and this creates this makes it where you guys can sell your products. And this will give you a link at the end of this, right? You set up your product, you hit save, and then magically, this creates a brand new checkout page in seconds. So on the webinar, we could offer whatever product you decide on the call. You might have a few $100 thing and it says, all right, anyone that wants the link, go to here. And then you're going to go through the checkout process. Boom, you're going to pay. Literally, we just set up a checkout. So on the webinar, as we're going in on live, we just have to say, hey, if you want to join the 6-month coaching, here's your offer right now. Boom. For $500, you could join right now. Right. And now we sell them the coaching and then they join. Whatever product or whatever software you build, you could sell it through this thing and then instantly have a payment link. You need a way to get people's emails, which is we just showed you, and then you need a way to collect payments. Collect payments. Do not be shy to set up a payment link, because you could say set up this payment link and then go to a thank you page, and then your software that you coded up with AI can be embedded on the thank you page. That's it. That's all. That's as hard as it has to be. All right. Fine. Somebody shares it and sells it. Prove that it works first. Get a couple sales and then go more advanced. But just prove that the dang thing works. Just get your first sale. If you need to sell it through a webinar because it costs more than $1,000, do it. And I'll jump on the webinar with you. Like, I'll literally help you with your sales, right? Whatever it is, but do these things, right? You saw how fast we could do this. This thing is sick. Now we already have leads commenting on our freaking posts. Like, this is wild. And it wasn't just us on the group. It was somebody else random. You know what I mean? Like, that's the most exciting thing. So, yeah, I'm pumped to see where this goes. I'm pumped to see what you guys create. Literally, this is my high ticket service. Like, I've been selling webinars and selling this to clients. This is the high ticket service that I sell. All right. So, you guys can build software. You saw how, if you need to change it, you saw how fast we could update it. Like, everything is happening live. You could build multiple pages at the same time. You know what I mean? Build a thank you page while you're building the sign up. Like, it's here. So
sweet.
Like, yeah. Any questions for me? I love you guys. You guys freaking rock on these calls.
So do you, bro. Did you like that video of you on stage?
Oh my God. I saw that you sent it. I haven't got to see it yet. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's from Vegas. You talking to Perry Belcher.
Dude, that is so cool, man. I haven't got to see it ever, so I can't wait to look at it, bro.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, Joey and Troy, we all met in real life, not just on the internet thing, which was cool as heck. We need to find another time to do it again soon. So yeah, definitely. If you guys find any events here in Vegas, dude, invite me and I'll meet you guys down there. Let's do it. Like, come down. I have a new place too, so we actually have a little place to hang out in the garage, and it's going to be the little place that we all like. There's going to be stations that you can code up. You know, it's going to be sick, man. I can't wait.
Where in Vegas? What part are you in?
I'm in like right by the edge of Summerlin, you know, so not too far. So, yep, not too far. So,
sweet.
All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this call. You guys freaking rock. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Name. Bye, Joey.